Seems the milkman has arrived. He cometh this way.
The milkman is coming.
Yes, we're gonna get some milk, hopefully. How many liters? We have none.
None.
We're gonna get 5.
Oh my.
5 liters of milk today.
Yeah.
And here comes Hilbert. It's Hilbert Show, ladies and gentlemen. Arriving with plenty of fresh organic milk from the Dairy Association. Co-op. His brakes aren't working today. Do you have any good milk today, Albert?
Yeah.
What you got?
Yeah. Flavored and also plain.
Flavored and plain? Okay. All right.
Plain.
We're going to see if they got some good expiration dates on there. We're going to get 5 of them.
Then I have this chocolate.
Oh, you got lots of milk,
Big
huh?
chocolate. Small. One big.
Oh, okay. Oh, I get us,
I get some of them.
get 2 of those.
Two of this.
2 of the big chocolates.
That's good.
You want?
Yeah. All right.
You good?
She right.
I'm leaving. I'm leaving.
Where are you going?
I'm going somewhere.
Downtown.
She's not going nowhere. Oh, yeah, she's staying. Yeah, you can stay in the truck.
You want to go to Planta and see the cows.
I want to go, yeah, let's go see the cow. I want to talk to that cow.
Before you go back to your
To
country,
the country, yeah.
you first to go to Planta and then you see
Seriously?
how production.
Yeah.
Chocolate bars.
Yeah, we have more.
Katay mo chocolate bars.
Chocolate bars. I get
Oh, he has chocolate bars.
Even though he gave us the whole thing before.
Because last time she said, "Don't forget my chocolate bars."
How many
Okay.
chocolate bars?
How many you want?
We'll get 10 maybe if you can give us 10.
10?
Yeah?
Okay. 10.
10.
Can I eat one?
Yeah, go ahead. We'll run those in the freeze.
These are good.
Put 'em in the freezer.
Yay. Do you have any chocolate milk? We do. Yay. We have another. Yay.
All right, see you later. Hey YouTube family, how's everybody doing out there? Good to see you guys again, and welcome to all of our viewers from around the world. It's that time of the month. We're going to do a little recap of last month's expenses, May 2018, here in Valencia, Negros Oriental in the Philippines. So I'll give you an idea how the bills are going and things that come up that you have to also keep in mind when you're figuring your bills. So this month at the Marpaz Apartments, the rent was as usual 28,000 pesos, and that works out to about $560 a month. The electric was a little bit higher because we use the electric in both the bedrooms. There's air conditioning units in each one of those bedrooms, and we used them quite a bit. And we also use the 4 fans that are in this apartment. So that bill was $4,349. And then there's the utility bills, the water, internet, and cable. The water was $250, the internet was $1,200, and the cable TV was $410. And then on top of that, I rented the motorbike, the little scooter. I have a lot of fun on that little scooter, and that was 4,000 pesos, same as last month. We did laundry. We did. How much did we do here? We did 4 loads of laundry, and they charge by the kilo when they do it for you. And you can do it yourself also, but here's what we paid. We paid $300, $200, $250, and $250 for laundry. So that total was right at 1,000 pesos for laundry. And then we got mineral water for the month at 40 pesos per bottle, and that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 bottles of mineral water. Okay, guys, and top of these costs here for the apartment, we've got other costs for food. We've got about another $400 US dollars in food, so that's about 20,000 pesos. And we went out to the farmers market to do all of our shopping pretty much because the food is really good and it's inexpensive and it's fresh, organic, locally grown and unprocessed. And so that was really a much healthier way to go, and it's right here very close. And they had just about all the food we needed for the week. And then we also were able to go in the evenings at 5:30. They have the lechon, which is really awesome. We went in there and did that about 3 times on the lechon, and that's 450 pesos for 1 kilo of lechon. We brought it home, made some fresh, nice fresh rice, and really enjoyed that. So I'd say we'd add another, I'd say about 450 US dollars, or about 22,000 pesos per month for food and restaurants, a few restaurants, but not too much. We didn't spend too much time in restaurants. Another add-on we can't forget is lab work. So medical, a little bit of medical. Everybody has a little bit of that here and there. I did the blood work that I'd been putting off seeing a doctor. I hadn't seen a doctor in about 10 years, which I mentioned before in another video. And this lab work is just a matter of catching up and just making sure everything's right, and visiting with the internal medicine doctor and letting him go through the numbers with me. Okay, so that was about for last month. It was 90 US dollars. So that wasn't very bad, very expensive. And the just so you know, the visit with the internal medicine, or with the doctor's visit, is about 500 pesos. So that's about $10 for every time you go. So I'm going to throw in a little miscellaneous there and just say that that medical was another. That medical total for the month was about $100, I'd say, for the whole month. That's with everything. And I had a lot of testing done. I had 7 tests done, and for this next month I have some more testing being done, just to wrap everything up and try to get a clean bill of health out of that. But there are some things I wanted to talk about with this part of it. Okay, and what kind of triggers my thoughts on this is that we know we do a lot of cooking videos, and we love to cook. I love to cook. Maurice likes to cook. We prefer to eat at home. So we were just talking about the subject of cooking at home versus eating out, and we might have had a couple really good meals here in the Philippines, and a lot of them are okay. It's fine. But when we have a really great meal, it's usually at our own home, cooking ourselves. So that we do the videos, and we like to share them with you guys, and they're usually they're a lot of fun for us. So in a recent cooking video, we had a comment from a lady, and then a guy also, different comment, stating that they think we use too much butter in our cooking. And I have to admit, it is some of it we do use quite a bit of butter, but the butter we use is natural butter. Okay, it's natural butter from a real cow. Okay, it's not processed, other than the fact it's turned into butter, churned into butter somehow. But it comes from a cow that eats grass and not GMO grains or corn or soybean, which are the largest GMO crops in America. These are grass-fed cows. So that's important to us, and we have dispelled the mythology of the thinking that these things are really bad for you, but they're actually really good for you. You know why? These have lots of vitamins in them. I'm going to list the vitamins right here for you, okay? Now, you don't have to use butter at all if you don't want to, but we do it because it's nutritional, not just because it tastes really, really good and adds a lot of flavor to food, and it's just a matter of preference of how much you want to add. So we like to add a lot of butter because we usually have rices with the dish, and I'm Americanized where I like butter on my rice as well. So we do use it, and we use it liberally, and we know we believe it's very healthy. So I just want you guys to kind of think of those that are making those comments to get out of the past mythology of things you were taught back 30 years ago or by your doctor even today, because a lot of doctors give a lot of really bad advice, especially when it comes to nutrition, because they really don't know much about nutrition. Now here's another thing we do. We use salt. Salt is really important for the body, really important. Iodized salt is really important. It has iodine in it. Wars have been fought over salt throughout history and religious history. Even Jesus said we are the salt of the earth. So when you start demonizing salt and getting into that demagoguery about believing all that fantasy that we've been taught in past years and even recent years, they're still telling you don't have salt. Well, the doctors are telling you don't have sodium. They don't want sodium. The sodium that you get, that they're talking about, is all the processed food you get, all the restaurant food that you eat. It's very high in sodium. So we do avoid restaurants for that reason. So it's more important what you don't eat. Like we don't drink sodas, and they're not in the house. We have a little ginger ale in case somebody gets sick or wants to gets upset stomach for the ginger, but we don't drink sodas at all. Okay, so we avoid all those toxic foods that cause inflammation, and the sugar, which causes diabetes. We don't eat sugar. I mean, Brianna has her little treats, but I don't eat sugar. I hate sugar. I really don't like it. And here's another one that's demonized a lot from the past. Remember these guys? Okay, these are real eggs. These come from real chickens that are free and free range and live a happy life. These yolks are really bright yellow, and they're jam-packed with vitamins, and they're very healthy, omega-3s. Okay, make sure you check that out. And for those of you that are still living in the past and believing the old mythology that margarine is better for you than real butter, margarine is made out of like plastics or something. It doesn't even digest into the body. It has no nutritional values whatsoever. So think about that and start teaching yourself about nutrition and study nutrition from naturopathic doctors that actually know how to heal the body and how to vitalize the body and how to restore the cells and to live a long, happy life and to bring homeostasis back to the body, which is the goal. And I don't know when it is that we, as a race, especially in America, we sort of relegated our brains to the AMA establishment in the United States and the Surgeon General. They know really very, very little about true health and well-being. Okay, and bear in mind this fact about this is that the World Health Organization comes out with a study every year, and this year was no different than last year, and they determined that the number 3 leading cause of death in America is doctors, hospitals, and pharmaceutical companies. So I would shy away from all of that. In fact, if you want to read their materials, go ahead, but you probably want to do the exact opposite of what they're telling you to do, because they don't know quantum biology. Biology of the human body is so far advanced beyond what they can comprehend. Okay, and I want to show you guys some of the numbers here. I'm 64 years old. Now, the average doctor in America lives to be 56 years old. It used to be 57 years old, but I just read that it is now 56, so it's even getting worse for doctors. And why is that? Well, you could say that it's because doctors have a lot of stress. They work long hours. True. But I guarantee you, a lot of doctors still smoke. A lot of doctors use pharmaceutical drugs. They have easy access to them, and a lot of them don't know how to eat properly. So I would like to just recommend here and now that everyone that's watching just if you're not already doing it, I know a lot of you already are smartened up to the lies and mythology we've been led to believe. But you know, there's great doctors out there like Dr. Eric Berg on the East Coast of the United States, very intelligent guy, has a lot of great information on diabetes and different things you can cure yourself. You don't need pills. Another one's Dr. Mercola. Another one is Dr. Robert Morse in Florida. Fantastic doctors. Start learning from guys that really understand and study full-time the body, the chemistry of the body and food. So also I want to talk about my blood work. I'm 64 years old, so I've already outlived the average doctor by at least 7 or 8 years. And all my blood work here has turned out pretty good, but I want to just let you guys know, we do eat foods like this, and they're not recommended, but here's my blood work. My triglycerides are only 61. My total cholesterol is 131. And there's absolutely no sugar problems, no sugar issues, and my liver, kidneys are checked out fine. And we're going to do some more testing just to make sure I get a clean bill of health. So I have a lot of lab work here, but I just wanted to bring this up and kind of reply to a lot of those naysayers that think that these things are harmful. Okay, guys, I know I've been talking kind of serious here, you know, because I do like to address these issues, and I want to start addressing health issues in future videos, you know, of what I eat and how we live, and you know, it's kind of fun to share, and there might be some useful information out there. But for now, let's go on to something a little bit more fun. So, if you'd like to do a little guessing game with me, you sure? Okay, come on, let's do it. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Hey everyone, I've got 5 kilos of premium Filipino rice in this bag, and also in this bag I have something buried, and I want to play a little guessing game. You guys can play along with me if you like. Try and guess what's in this bag. I'll give you 2 clues, and if you can be the first one to comment in the comment section of what's in this bag correctly, I will give you a shout out in part B of this video, or part 2, coming up. So I will give you 2 clues. 1, it's been in this bag for 3 days. And number 2, it has something that's very special to me and goes everywhere with us when we travel. So if you can be the first to answer, put your answer in the comments, and I will be talking to you in the comment section. Talk to you later. Go ahead, enter your comments. Take your guess.